Hi, I'm Gregg with Caldwell Banker, and I'm sitting here with Roseanna Sabellis Riddle. Got it right this time. She likes RC, by the way, so, kind of confusing us a little bit here, but we got that going. She's with U.S. Bank, and we got her in here today to talk to us a little bit about lending. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You and I have done a lot of deals.
Yes.
We have done that I remember in the past that was quite difficult, and we had another agent ripping us apart, so to speak, but we got it closed, and we got it closed on time.
We absolutely did.
So I appreciate that and all the deals you've done for me, and also know that you like working with veterans.
I do.
And doing VA loans and trying to help people buy things, which I really think that's admirable, because there's a lot of people that won't spend the time to do the things you do. So I thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Since you're at U.S. Bank, what type of lending do they do? You hear a broker, a mortgage lender, a credit union.
Sure.
What kind of sets U.S. Bank apart from those guys?
Sure. U.S. Bank has been around for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
They've been through several markets like this market, and unlike most banks that are pulling back and saying, hey, we need a little more down payment from the client in order to secure the loan, U.S. Bank has said, hey, wait a minute, let's slow this down and let's consider our audience. We have a lot of first-time buyers. We have veterans. We have teachers. We have parents wanting to co-sign students. So we offer a variety. My favorite program is 10% down for the first-time buyer, up to $1.5 million. It's one of the rare products that's still offered in a market such as this one. They offer VA loans, so we have zero for our heroes. We offer a parent co-signing a child.
Back on the VA
Sure.
loans, do they do anything to help them with the fees on that?
They do. They give
Okay.
a credit. We also have first-time buyer grants.
Oh, good.
Up to about $27,000, depending on income, depending on location of property. If you qualify, it's just an additional bonus that you can benefit from.
That's an excellent program.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent program. So you've been in the market for a little while, I think.
28 years,
Give or take?
give or take.
Okay. During your 28 years, I'm sure you've seen the market do a lot of things. So when we see the market doing crazy things right now,
Absolutely.
up and down and stuff, but I think you would also think that, it's not the end of the world, it's not falling off a cliff or anything, we're going to be through this, but it takes time and it takes understanding. What are your thoughts on what you see going on?
Oh, well, one, we don't have a crystal ball, but we do know all things that go up come down.
Mm-hmm.
We know that at some point these rates will come down. My advice to many buyers in this market is you buy while rates are high. A $200 a month house payment, a house payment that's $200 higher because of the interest rate is $2,400 a year.
Mm-hmm.
When the rates come down and the competition comes in, you're going to be paying $50,000 to $100,000 more for the same house.
That's true.
That comparison of $2,400 versus $50,000, you're still ahead. So it's always a great opportunity to own real estate. It's a great opportunity to buy your own shares of your own home versus buying shares of a home for your landlord.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. Of course, I'm looking at the rural thing. We always like to sell, so anytime's a good time to buy for us.
That's right. That's right.
When people are looking at purchasing homes, what's the best advice you can give them as they start the process to move forward to make sure they don't make mistakes?
Sure, to start early.
Okay.
If we're able to start a month ahead of time or even 3 months ahead of time, in many cases we can talk about what has been saved towards the purchase of the home. And in some cases we may be able to divide that down payment and apply part of it to removing a car payment.
Mm-hmm.
That may be $60,000 to $100,000 more buy price in-house. So if we have the opportunity to help a buyer maximize their buy price by rearranging the debts they currently have, it allows them an even better opportunity when they do have to negotiate price, and there are a few people competing against them.
Right. Sorry, I train of thought. I felt something over here on that. When you're going through the process, I know there are some things that clients do that they don't understand, or I've heard this in the past where a client, you're in contract, you're going through it, and all of a sudden there's a new Tesla in the driveway, and that kind of throws things out of whack for you.
Oh.
Have you ever had that happen?
I have. I've had clients that we went through the process, we approved their loan, and they took the word approval as completely done, no additional verifications on that file. And what I mean by that is, through the process, the lender needs to verify you're still employed. They need to verify that you haven't moved your funds or donated your funds, that you will have sufficient funds to get to the finish line and apply the monies that you've committed to. And I've had clients show up on the last day as a celebration with a brand new car.
Yep.
The lender on that last day pulls a soft pull on the credit. By doing so, it lets them know you haven't gone out and incurred any additional debt prior to taking possession of your home. In this case, it has almost cost clients their home.
Right.
So,
And I think when you sit down and talk to clients, when you initially meet them, you're going to tell them not to do this type of thing.
no appliances, no
Yes.
sales, no layaways, no auto loans,
Right.
no co-signing anyone.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had also worked in the lending business. I mean, you and I know this, but I am amazed at the people that come in. They don't realize that when you start the process. So that's good. And it's also good to have someone like yourself that can actually guide people through this.
Absolutely,
And there's
education.
There's a lot of people out there that are very new to the business and they don't quite get all this guiding and hand-holding
Yes.
through this process, but that's very important and I appreciate it that you do this.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
Sure. So a couple of pieces to add to this. One is absolutely knowing what not to do. But there are also things you've already done that perhaps you're not disclosing, or maybe you're not aware you should. For example, I recently had a client where the wife had co-signed her sister on a mortgage, and they were looking at a first-time buyer program. A first-time buyer is someone who has not owned a home or been on the title of a home for 3 years. In this case, they lost the first-time buyer
Oh
privilege.
my goodness.
So we have that. We have another where someone co-signed a brother on a car. The brother makes the payments on time. They forgot about it. It's nothing they needed to worry about, so therefore they just didn't realize that car payment.
Shows up in their debt.
That's right,
Yeah.
and it reduced the buy price by $50,000.
And that can be a lot in this market when you're competing and having to overbid on houses. So
Absolutely.
that could certainly turn a deal the wrong way.
Oh, absolutely. And so when you show up at a lender, you want to show up with IRAs, 401ks. Did you place a deposit on the rental home you're in? Sometimes those are the dollars you need to close the transaction. There's lots of places that we can help you reallocate funds so that you can purchase your own home. But first we have to know about them all.
Right. Well, do you have a telephone number people can have?
I do. My cell phone is my favorite
Okay.
because you can text me or you can leave me a voicemail.
Which is the best way to communicate with you, though? Which do you prefer?
I prefer a text.
Okay.
408-348-7399. If you found a home and it's something you're interested in running some preliminary numbers on, you text your name, you text your email, and quickly just say, give me a call, I'm interested in a home. And I will text you back if I'm in an appointment and give you a time as to when I can return that call.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure to serve you.